Good kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Back in, cuts to his forward, take the shot, he scores!
Welcome to the Township High School Stadium and the 2019 Senior Recognition. Before we introduce the Peters Township seniors, we'd like to recognize the Brashear senior players. Number 00, Caitlin Whitman. Number 1, Nikki Wynn. Number 2, Antia Zahal. Number 8, Rashika Kashmir. Number 12, Kaylee Davis. Number 15, Alexa Dinocente. Number 21, Kylo Lawal. Number 30, China Seals. And number 40, Michaela Cook. Congratulations and good luck. Now for your Peters Township Lady Indians. Number 3, Mackenzie Belts. Mackenzie is the daughter of David and Cindy Belts. She is a defender for both High School and Central United soccer team. Mackenzie started playing soccer at the age of 5 and continued her career on Peters Township travel team and Central United. Mackenzie has earned 3 varsity letters and has played for Central United for 7 years. Last season, Mackenzie was named captain for her Central team and enjoyed helping bring her team to victory and a number of tournaments and games throughout the 2019 season. Academically, Mackenzie is on the highest honor roll and takes a variety of AP and honors courses. As an involved student of Peters Township High School, she is the vice president of the City Club and is a member of both the National Honor Society and SAD Club. In addition to these activities, she works as a nail receptionist with VIP Nails and is volunteer at St. Clair Hospital. After graduation, she hopes to pursue a degree in nursing and eventually a nurse practitioner degree. Number 3, Mackenzie Bell. Number 24, Leah Gentile. Leah is the daughter of Mike and Carolyn and sister of Kenzie Gentile. She played the Peters Township Soccer Rep and Traveling Program since the age of 5. Highlighted by the U11 PK Shootout win in the Plum Kickoff Classic. Leah has played 7 years for Century United Soccer Club. At Century, her team won 3 state cup championships, competed in the U.S. National League for 4 straight years, competed for the Region 1 champions 5 times, and won many memorable tournaments. At Peters Township High School, she has been a 4-year starter and senior captain. Leah was a 2018 All-Section selection and a member of the Whitfield Silver Medal team. In 2018, she was also awarded the Christian Athlete of the Year. Leah has earned academic highest honor roll designation each year and is a 2-year member of the Peters Township High School National Honor Society. She is currently an officer of SAD, where she will co-chair the biannual mock draft. Leah is also the editor-in-chief of this year's yearbook and participates in student council. Outside of soccer, she played softball through the Peters Township Recreational Program for 5 years and spent her high school years as an active member of the St. Louis de Marillac Youth Group Program. Leah plans to attend college in the fall and major in environmental science. Number 24, Leah Gentile. Number 27, Nicolette Gill. Nicolette is the daughter of Greg and Nancy Gill. Nico played defense positions and has played soccer in Peters Township since he was 5 years old. Nico played for the Peters Township travel team and for various club teams including Beatley, Victory, and most recently Century. Nico has earned 3 varsity letters as a member of the Peters Township High School soccer team. Academically, Nico is a high honor roll student and a member of National Honor Society. She's been a Peters Township High School ambassador for 3 years, and she was selected for the medical mentoring program this spring. Outside of school and soccer, Nico continues her job shadowing position with Legacy Medical Center in McMurray, and she volunteers her time at both the City Mission and Artist Senior Living. Nico also works at Brewster's Ice Cream. After high school, Nico plans to attend college and study nursing with the goal of going on to a nurse practitioner or physician's assistant. Number 27, Nicolette Gill. Number 16, Kayla McFerrin. Kayla is the daughter of Glenn and Laura McFerrin. She plays left defender on the high school team and has been playing soccer in the Peters Township since she was 5 years old. Kayla played 5 years of travel soccer with Peters Township Soccer Association and 6 years of club soccer with Century. As a member of the Peters Township High School soccer team, Kayla has earned 3 varsity letters. Junior year, she contributed to the team's success as they competed in the Whitfield Championship game and advanced to the state semifinals. Academically, Kayla has the highest honor roll student and is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and Students Against Destructive Decisions. Outside of school and soccer, Kayla worked at Brattleboro Country Club. After high school, Kayla's goal is to attend Penn State and study business. Number 16, Kayla McFerrin. Number 20, Hannah Pirog. Hannah is the daughter of Todd and Jennifer Pirog. She's an outside midfielder and has been playing soccer in Peters Township since she was 6 years old. Hannah played 4 years of travel soccer for Peters Township and 7 years of club soccer for both Victory Express and Beatley. At Peters Township High School, Hannah has received 2 varsity letters in soccer. Hannah is a high honor roll student, a member of the National Honor Society, and Students Against Destructive Decisions Club. Outside of school, Hannah volunteers at Pigeon Treasures for City Mission and works at Highwood Market. She enjoys both snowboarding and water skiing in her spare time. Hannah plans to further her education at an undecided university in the field of criminology with the hopes of someday working for the FBI. Number 20, Hannah Pirog. Number 10, Rachel Raber. Rachel is the daughter of Bill and Betsy Raber and younger sister of Paul. Rachel's soccer journey began in Peters Township grasshopper soccer at the age of 5. She played the Peters Township rec and travel soccer programs and went on to play cup soccer with Century United for 4 years. While playing for Century United, she also competed for 2 years in the Champions League as well as the U.S. National League. They brought home 3 state championships and had 2 trips to the U.S. regional finals. Rachel is a defender and will have earned 4 varsity letters as a proud member of the Peters Township soccer team while forming friendships that will last a lifetime. Rachel swam for Peters Township High School freshman and sophomore years, earning varsity letters in both. She was a member of the Peters Township Swim Club for 9 years and holds 3 club records in the 8 and under category. Rachel has also played for 3 years in the Peters lacrosse team lettering for sophomore and junior years. She played club lacrosse for 1 year in 2017 for Pittsburgh Premier Lacrosse Club. Rachel is a member of the National Honor Society and has been a high honor award recipient for 3 years. She's been a student council officer, Students Against Destructive Decisions club officer, and is currently president of the student council for the high school. She has also been involved as a student ambassador and a member of French Club. In Rachel's junior year, she was nominated by school administrators for the Carson Scholarship. She was awarded the scholarship for her commitment to community service and academic achievements. Rachel is a certified lifeguard and enjoys skiing. She looks forward to attending college in the fall and undecided on her major. Number 10, Rachel Raber. Number 15, Hannah Stuck. Hannah is the daughter of Becky and Steve Stuck, the younger sister of Claire and Matthew. She's a midfielder and forward and has played soccer since the age of 3. Hannah played a total of 7 years with Peters Township Soccer Association rec and travel programs, as well as 2 years with Beasley and 8 years with Century United. While at Century, Hannah helped guide her team to 3 state championships, 4 trips to the United States Youth Soccer Association Regional Championships, and Eastern Regional League playoffs. Additionally, they played in the United States Youth Soccer Association National League for 4 years, finishing in 2nd place last year. Regionally, the team is consistently ranked in the top 10 and nationally ranked as high as 17th. At Peters Township High School, Hannah has earned 4 varsity letters for soccer and was named team captain in 2019. She also lettered in basketball her freshman year. Hannah has been named to both the all-section team and all-Wakefield team for the past 3 years. She was also a 3-year Big 56 first team selection. In her junior year, Hannah was also named to the All-State team. Additionally, she was a 3-time Almanac All-Star, including Rookie of the Year her freshman year, 3-time Post-Gazette Elite 11 All-Star and Post-Gazette Rookie of the Year, and 3-time Observer Reporter All-Area Team. She was also the top scorer Soccer 2018 All-American Wish List and PA State All-Star Team. At Peters Township High School, Hannah is a 3-year recipient of the highest academic honors award. She is a member of the National Honor Society, foreman of the peer jury program, student program member of the Peters Township Education Foundation, as well as an active participant in Student Council, French Club, and SAD Club. Outside of school and soccer, Hannah volunteers for Century United's Upbeat program that teaches children with physical and intellectual challenges how to play soccer. She is also a volunteer coach for Century United's Juniors program and Peters Township Soccer Association's Little Indians. In addition to her volunteer work, she also is employed at Valley Brook Country Club and as a tutor. Hannah will continue her academic and athletic career by playing Division I soccer at Bucknell University. She plans to major in biology and become an emergency room physician. Number 15, Hannah Stuck. Number 13, Chloe Tropinato. Chloe is the daughter of Vincent and Debbie Tropinato. Chloe plays midfielder, wing, and defensive positions for various teams and coaches. Chloe has played recreational and travel soccer in Peters Township for 9 years. She has played for the Century Soccer Club for 7 years. With the Century Soccer Club, Chloe has helped her teams win many games and tournaments over the years. This past year, her teammates were semi-finalists at regionals. Chloe has earned 3 varsity letters as a member of the Peters Township soccer team. Last year, the varsity team were runner-up at Whitfield and made it to the quarterfinals in state. Academically, Chloe is a high honor roll student. She's the vice president of student activist for the Environment Club. She's also a member of the National Honor Society, Students Against Destructive Decisions Club, and French Club. Chloe is also an ambassador of Peters Township High School. Outside of school and soccer, Chloe has worked as a lifeguard for 3 summers at the Rose Garden Pool and is currently a waitress at the Davis Casino. Chloe volunteers her time at various school-related events. At the Washington Christian Outreach, Chloe plans to attend college and study medicine. Number 13, Chloe Tropinato. Congratulations to all the Peters Township seniors. Good evening. Welcome to Peters Township High School Stadium. Tonight's game features a Class 4A Section 2 matchup between the Brashear Bulls and your Peters Township Lady Indians. Brashear starting lineup. The freshman, number 6, Donna Newman. Freshman, number 10, Emily Flores. A sophomore, number 13, Navia Delaney. A sophomore, number 18, Sarah Volker. The sophomore, number 19, Akaya Wilkerson. The junior, number 4, Ashley Mino. The junior, number 11, Brooklyn Herrera. The junior, number 17, Deborah Lawadi. The senior, number 15, Alexa Pinocente. The senior, number 40, Michaela Cook. And in goal, a senior, 00, Caitlin Widman. Brashear is coached by head coach Katie Daly. And now for your Peters Township Lady Indians. The sophomore, number 21, CC Scott. The junior, number 26, Sarah Heisinger. The junior, in goal, 00, Emma Solid. The senior, number 3, Mackenzie Belt. The senior, number 10, Rachel Raber. The senior, number 13, Chloe Caponato. The senior, number 16, Kayla McFerrin. The senior, number 20, Hannah Pira. The senior, number 27, Nicolette Gill. The senior and captain, number 24, Mia Gentile. The senior and captain, number 15, Hannah Stuck.
Okay, here we are for senior night here at Peters Township. Girls soccer, Brashear coming to town to play the Indians, John. Section 2 matchup. This is Al Lopez. I'm here with John Cantwell.
Yeah, another important game for the Lady Indians. Got to keep winning section games to qualify for the postseason and hopefully still make a run here at the section title. A little bit of a setback Monday night against Upper St. Clair, but I think still with games against Boone and Canada Millen ahead of them, they control their own destiny. But you can never look ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Typical Peters Township Upper St. Clair affair on Monday at St. Clair. St. Clair avenges a 2-1 loss here earlier in the year with their own 2-1 victory. Hard-fought game, a lot of chances for both squads, but St. Clair getting a really crucial victory for them. Certainly a game they needed more than the Indians.
Yeah, it feels like that's been the story the past couple of years, them splitting the series. Typically, it feels like it's been the opposite. Each team winning on the road in past years, but this year, both teams picking up the win at home. But get back to section play here tonight. Good way to forget about that game is just get back on the field and got all our seniors in the starting lineup here tonight on their evening. I expect we'll probably see them out there for quite a bit of the first half here this evening.
Yeah, I would think so. So it looks like try and eyeball our way through the starting lineup. Kayla McFerrin looks like she's lined up top, John, which would be a change for her. Typically an outside back. I'm sure she's excited about that. Nicolette Gill playing behind her.
Yeah, it looks like we got our back line up top with Rachel Raber at the center forward.
Rachel Raber up there at the 9, as you say, and Mia Gentile on the right. So, it looks like we've got our back line as our front line to start off here. Early throw in. It's Mackenzie Belt, another senior.
The ball for Kayla inside finds Rachel.
Offsides there. Close, but it looked like the Brashear center defender stepped up right before she played the ball there. A heads-up play by the defender.
We got a free kick here for Brashear.
John, it's no secret that Brashear's not one of the stronger teams in the section, and they sort of have the misfortune of being stuck in an extraordinarily strong section.
Yeah, not Not a good draw for them. The Whippeal did them no favors, putting them probably in one of the most difficult sections in the Whippeal, especially on the girls' side. But they had enthusiasm in the warm-ups. That's probably very difficult for their coach to keep them enthusiastic and energized coming to these games, knowing they're likely going to be on the wrong side. So
absolutely, and you can hear them talking out there. They're certainly engaged. I was at the earlier game, the first matchup between the two at Couple Stadium at Brashear's home site, and the Brashear girls played hard, and they kept playing hard. Here's Hannah Stuck. Looks like she's going to take a rip.
Just over the crossbar there. This will be a goal kick for Brashear. Yeah, when you listen to the announcements, heard a number of freshmen, sophomores, juniors for Brashear, so maybe something for them to continue to build on and hope Whippeal realignment helps them out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the spring and gets them in a different section.
I've been in the last year and this year, I've been very impressed with Brashear's coach. Just never stops coaching, never stops teaching, and what could be, frustrating at times for sure.
Looks like it went out of bounds for a Brashear throw.
Got Paul Garlitz refereeing over on that side there. Familiar face to soccer people in the area.
Just noticed the Brashear forward here hanging at the corner of the 50 here.
She may be trying to blend in. Hope everybody forgets about her.
We got a handling there on the Lady Indians, so we got a Brashear free kick.
It's Chloe Trappanato, another senior. Looks like she's in the defensive center mid position. Looks like Belts is playing in front of her, and then Stuck as an attacking midfielder.
Service from Kayla McFerrin looking for Mia Gentile. Ball comes back to Hannah Stuck at the top of the 18. Surveys what she has, goes back out wide to Mia.
It's a good ball by Mia.
Good cross inside. Kayla McFerrin just can't catch up with that.
No, just half a step away.
They're used to dealing with those crosses going the opposite way.
Absolutely.
They're used to clearing them, not creating them and finishing them. So a little adjustment for them. They got to face a different direction.
No question. Gentile to Stuck, who plays Gentile into space again. Let's see if she takes a shot. She does. Good save by Brashear keeper, and she holds on to it.
Good punt by the Brashear keeper out to the 50.
This is Hannah Pirosh, another senior, playing center back. Handles that very well. Heads it on to Trappanato on the center mid. Indians control again.
Rachel Raber in with the keeper 1v1.
And a good finish.
Our first goal of the contest here, a little bit, about 5 minutes in. It's 1-0 Lady Indians.
Yep, good finish by Raber. Took her time. Goalie came out and committed, and Raber slotted it in the corner. So along the back line, John, I think we've already mentioned Nicolette Gill playing outside left here, a senior. I see C.C. Scott, the sophomore. She's playing one center back.
I think Sarah Heisinger is over there on the right side. I think C.C., Sarah, and Emma Sawich in goal were the three underclassmen to start here this evening.
Okay.
Ball goes wide to Mia Gentile.
Township goal by number 10, Rachel Raber.
Back to Mackenzie Belts, I believe, on the ball.
I think
there.
that's Belts, yep. Slides through for Gentile. That's a good ball.
We got runners
Good
in.
cross by Gentile.
And
Stuck reaches behind for it, and it sails over top. It is October 2nd, John, and it's about 84 degrees here with absolutely no wind. So it's a little sticky.
think I saw 65 this weekend. It's going to cool off.
Yeah, I think tomorrow it
Still be
cools off
beautiful.
right away.
Oh,
Good
good
save.
save. Not sure how that ball didn't make it in there.
Several touches there, just could not get it over that line.
Oh, good initial save by the Brashear keeper there.
I was trying to figure out who that was, trying to pound that ball in, John.
I think it was Hannah Pirosh.
I think
Rachel
right.
Rabers moved into the back after her goal.
I think Pirosh moved up.
Yeah, her punishment for scoring is she got put in the back line. She got her goal. Now she's back to her usual spot.
Certainly not a punishment from my perspective. Good ball by Hannah there.
Finds Hannah on the back post.
Finds Hannah Pirosh and that just goes over top. Pirosh has been active up top, though.
Yeah, her and Rachel must have switched after the goal there. Missed that change. Kenzie Belt's in possession on the right side. Pushes it around the defender. And it looks like it'll be off Brashear for a corner.
Yeah, I thought that might have gone out already, but Belts does a good job of forcing the defender to make the play and winning a corner kick. I believe this is Kayla McFerrin taking it from the far side. She'll swing it in with her left foot. Boy, what a nice play by the Brashear keeper. It's such a tough ball to handle, John. Kayla swung. She nearly did swing that into the goal.
Yeah, keeper just parried that away. Yeah. Not uncommon that one of your best players, typically when your team is struggling and giving up a lot of goals, is your goalkeeper, given the amount of opportunities and looks. And sometimes your best player just gravitates to that position and feels like one of the best ways to help the team. So I've been, early on, we're only 8 minutes in, but Brashear keeper has made a couple of really nice plays.
She has. She's very involved. Her serves are excellent. Her punt right there to midfield was very good. You can hear her communicating back there as well. Nice play by CC Scott to stop anything there before it started.
Chloe trapping out on the ball. She finds Mia Gentile early service there and not able to find anyone. The Brashear keeper comes out and collects it, and she'll punt it away again.
McFarland, what a nice touch by Kayla. Let's see if she looks for a shot here. I'm thinking that was a cross, John. Could have been a half shot, half cross, but it looked to me like she got her head up and she was trying to find a teammate over there.
Yeah, she definitely put it in the correct direction there for sure, right? Better, most good things can happen on the back post there, like you said. It could be a cross, could be a shot. Unfortunately for us, just goes out for a goal kick. We've got a sub for the Indians. Looks like Kayla McFerrin has come off the field. Nicolette Gill went forward, and I think Casey Breyer came in for her at the left back.
Yeah, Casey Breyer on for the first time this evening. Oh, they're going to call that one back. They're going to call offsides there.
Good cross there.
Yeah, good cross. Sometimes when you know it's coming and you know it's going to be on, you can't wait. You get a little anxious. Nicolette Gill was in good position to finish that. I think she just left a little bit early. Here's Trappinato in the midfield. Plays Gentile.
Got a lot of Lady Indians waiting for a cross there in the middle.
Yeah, you do. They're all holding the line. They're waiting to release. And another corner kick. We'll see who comes on to take this. Looks like Raber's going to
all the way forward.
Take charge of the situation and take it. So we're 10 minutes in, and scores 1-0 Peters. Goal by Rachel Raber. Low drive, back to Raber. She's going to put it back in.
Pops it back in.
Good ball. I think that one
in.
snuck through there. Was that Nicolette Gill?
I think so.
I think it was. Nicolette Gill heads that one home.
Good initial clear by the Brashear defender to skip it back to the back post. But unfortunately for them, Nicolette was just there. She headed it and just snuck it across the line there.
Yeah, keeper almost made the save. I think she got 2 hands on it. Just couldn't keep it outside of the post. So got a 2-0 lead for Peters now. A couple more subs being made here. Looks like Jillian Marvin and Maddie Schweiger on. I believe CC Scott leaving the game, and I didn't catch
Sarah Heisinger.
Sarah Heisinger. Okay. So swapping underclassmen for some underclassmen here on senior night.
I think we'll probably see that for most of the first half.
Yeah, Brashear plays it back to Raber, and they're going to get goalkeeper Emma Sawich involved.
Her first touch here, 11 minutes in. She finds Chloe Trapanata checking back to the ball. Chloe back on the ball here. Plays forward, tries to find Mackenzie Belts. Brashear comes in possession.
Well done here by Brashear, putting a couple passes together and probing into the Peters end.
Still in possession here. I look for a through ball there.
Taken away there by Brashear, and that's going to be a shot on goal. Handled easily by Emma Sawich, but that's a legitimate shot on goal there, John. Brashear putting some passes together.
Yeah, good work by Brashear.
That's Michaela Koch with the shot. And Akia Wilkerson doing a lot of the work in the midfield for them. Raber back to Sawich. I'm sure Coach Vera would like to see him build out of the back here. To Raber. She finds Brashear.
Lots of time and space for her here. She looks down the line for Nicolette Gill, but intercepted by Brashear. But Chloe Trapanata steps to win it.
Yeah, and that's going to
Mackenzie
be an
Belts
offside
in.
call. And Brashear's defense doing a good job of stepping up, John. Avoiding the jailbreak most of these times here with the offside trap. You know, you as a veteran coach, how do you instruct your players to beat that offside trap?
Well, you can't play a straight ball in, which we're trying to do there. Actually, one of the best things to do is just dribble. I mean, you know, we're up 2-0. You hate not trying to run the score up here, but it's an example right here. Nicolette Gill, just drive to the end line. You can't, if you get to the end line, you can't be offsides when you play the ball back. But it's so tempting with that high line to want to play the ball over top. But the problem is your teammates are all running away. You're running one direction, the back line is running out, so you're going to get caught most of the time. And a lot of times you get the benefit of the doubt too as the back line by the official.
Sure.
So that's a good ball there.
There's another step. And another good way to beat it is to have the midfielders overlap. But to do that successfully, you've really got to have the forwards checking back hard as well.
Yeah, I think our midfielders were on that same line of trying to run through.
Yeah, I think
they were getting too far forward. But, yeah, absolutely. Getting midfielders, even defenders running through. It seems like we could have the possession here where there'd be opportunities for our back line players to get in too. I think it's just one of those games. You try to work on some different things here, right? Just finding those opportunities, as you say, get the midfielders in, see if our outside backs can overlap and get in the attack. You never know when you'll need that in a meaningful game. That time looked like she was held on by the left back, but she held up her run. It starts to get in your head a little bit.
I think she was, but I think she looked over at Paul Garlitz, who had his whistle in his mouth, and I think Mackenzie Belt read properly that he was going to blow offsides, even if she wasn't.
Paul just didn't want to run.
Understandable.
Peters back in possession here. Hannah Stuck coming down the right side. Got a lot of Lady Indians standing in the middle. I think we might be off again, though. Keeper collects it.
Yeah, it looked like
Yeah, as soon as we drop our head to, as you mentioned before about the Brashear coach coaching them well, as soon as we put our head down to strike the ball, they are stepping out.
Yeah, and that, John, that is what I've seen over my years in soccer. That is something that a coach might try to do when they know that they can't athletically stay with another team, or that the other team is just a superior side. And you can see it's causing the Indians some problems.
Yeah.
There's Marvin getting maybe her first touch there, back to Raber.
A lot of space up the middle here for Raber.
And so the other thing, John, here tonight is, as you mentioned, we have a lot of girls playing in positions that they're not accustomed to. And Coach Vereb giving some others chances to play offense, get into the offense, who otherwise might be more defensive players. I think, is that Hannah Pirosh with the shot just wide?
Well, about 16 minutes in, it's 2-0 Lady Indians.
Brashear plays short. Peter's not really high pressuring, are they, John?
I'm not sure they're pressuring, so yeah, they're definitely not high pressuring.
Definitely
yeah.
not high pressuring.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of sitting back, waiting for Brashear to make a mistake, just sitting in the passing lanes.
Sawich doing a nice job of distributing with her feet. She finds Mackenzie Belts. Belts to Trapanado, and Brashear steals that.
Ball back to Raber.
Raber getting around the pressure there.
Carries the ball forward. She finds Mackenzie Belts.
Good touch and first ball by Belts. And this is onside. And Mr. Garlitz disagrees with me, but I think I think Hannah was on when that ball was played. But I think one thing we can be sure of, John, we're not going to get the benefit of the doubt here this evening.
No.
And that's okay.
No, there is definitely I was sure all calls that are questionable will go Brashear's way, but again, we don't need a call this evening, I don't think, to land up on the right side.
Trapanado just gets tripped up there by the turf monster.
Ball played forward by Mia Gentile.
Hannah driving in, looking to connect with Hannah Pirosh, I believe. There's Belts. And a left-footed goal. Fires that one in under the crossbar.
So we got 3-0 here.
Nice goal by the senior Mackenzie Belts. Good work by Hannah Stuck. Bringing that ball across.
A couple of additional subs into the game here. It looks like Macy Trax and Brooke Opperman coming into the game for, I assume, our...
Look like Breyer and Schweiger maybe stepping out of the game. There's Hannah Pirosh flying forward. A nice move to beat her there.
Oh,
off the crossbar.
She's been so close on a number of opportunities.
She really has. There's Offerman looking for Pirosh. Stopped by the goalie. John, it seems like in these games there's always one player that just is snake bit, just hits the post, just everything's just
goal.
Wide.
Yeah, you're right.
Hannah Pirosh is getting great opportunities. She's making great opportunities. She's just missing. Right there, that's a great shot. Just didn't fall.
Well, if she doesn't get one tonight, hopefully she's just saving it for a more meaningful and impactful moment then.
Exactly.
Hopefully she still gets that goal. Just if it's not tonight, it's not in the cards tonight. Hopefully it's maybe in a game against Canamac or Moon that has some meaning to it.
That's right. That's right. You know, last game when these two teams played, it was Mia Gentile who had some great shots, great chances, but the Brashear goalie just saved everything. And it's Trapanano and a good save. But then Mia Gentile scored one of the prettiest goals of the year here a couple games ago against Baldwin, a one-timer from about 35 yards out into the upper corner. So sometimes that's how it works out.
I'm losing track. It looks like Rachel Raber's coming out and Jillian Marvin.
And looks like Emma Cantwell in at center back. And I didn't see the other new Indian to enter. Oh, goalie had
bouncing around in there.
I thought she had caught that cleanly, and next thing I knew, it was loose.
I think Perosco checked into the game, also in the center back position. She had gone forward on the corner. Yeah, so back line looks like all underclassmen, and I think we still have all upperclassmen forward. Although I don't think Kayla McFerrin has returned to the game.
No, I don't think she has.
I saw her being checked out by the trainer. I assume there's something up there with her coming out 10 minutes in. So,
well, certainly no reason to risk getting further injury.
That's right.
In a game like this.
That's right.
And not with
especially with the size of the bench that the Indians have. And
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
They got to get back at it again on Saturday against Mount Lebanon, who's certainly not what they were a year ago. But you know their scores have got a little bit tighter here as of late as well.
They have. They seem to be getting more competitive as the season goes on.
Seems like every year in any section, there's one game that you just don't see coming in a result.
Yes.
You just hope you're not involved in
that's
it.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, you just don't want to be involved, right? Like maybe Mount Lebanon or Bethel Park's going to take a game from someone in the section between St. Clair, Moon, and Peters, and just hope we're not one of them that's part of that.
Exactly right. Exactly right. You're right. I fully expect that to happen. Yeah. Good ball to Belts.
I tell my boys every year that let's just not be part of that. It's going to happen. Let's just not be the team part of it. So
that's not fun to be on the other end of those.
Yeah. Mia Gentile down the right side again. Good cross back in the middle. It sits for Chloe.
Oh, first timer by Chloe. Defender got a foot on that. Able to make sure Chloe steered it wide. I think the defender got a foot on Chloe, but same difference, only a goal kick.
We got 18 minutes to play here in the first half. 3-0 Lady Indians.
Good win by Trapanano, winning that out of the air. Pirash working hard up at the center striker position.
Macy Track steps to wins the ball and finds Chloe Trapanado in the middle. She drills it off the referee, but Peters retains possession. Good ball by Mia. Against Hannah Pirash again. Looking for Hannah stuck in the middle, just keep her. Good read by the goalkeeper to come out off her line.
Yeah, Brashear's center back really doing a lot of work, a lot of good work there, keeping some opportunities away from her keeper. Brooke Offerman plays it back to Sawich. Sawich will open up and switch the ball, complete the switch to Cantwell. Cantwell connects with, I believe that still Belts in the midfield. Finds a lot of room. She's bringing it.
She's
forward.
got about 40 yards. She's carried that
room.
Ball.
Looking to slide it through to Pirash, it looked like. Cantwell steps up, and she finds a lot of room.
Inside to
So we got a lot of
Pirash.
room in the midfield, and then a line up top. Looks like 4 Indians across, just sort of looking for a ball to feet.
I think you're right. If we can get one of our forwards just to check back, collect the ball, they can probably turn and go right at the defender. The ball over top is not the ball that's on, but we got a lot of time here to figure that out. Just a game like this, you just don't want to develop bad habits as well, because you don't want to bring that to the next game. You want to try to continue to play your style, even when the other team. That's a good overlapping run there by outside back Nicolette Gill. Ball runs on her a little bit, and Brashear knocks it out for a throw-in.
Didn't catch you played that ball across, but it was an excellent ball there for Gill.
Substitution.
I'm going to guess that's Irene Delino. I think.
Yes. Not sure who came off for the Indians.
I think that is Trapanado. Offerman from distance there. She had a look, John, and I think she saw the Brashear keeper had strayed off her line a little bit.
Yeah.
And we've seen that from Brooke a couple times this year. Longer shots under the crossbar.
Yeah, good ball by her.
So 15 minutes left in the half.
Goal by number 8, Brooke Offerman.
And Hannah Stuck coming forward. Looks to Pirash. And there's that center back from Brashear. If I can get a number, I'll get her name for us.
She's been strong stepping the balls.
Ponytail is sort of covering up her number
18.
2.
Number 18.
18. So that's Sarah Volker. Playing a fine game for Brashear.
We got a bunch of subs here for the Indians. I think we got a lot of returning players here. I think we got some seniors coming off. Girls returning, Casey Breyer, Jillian Marvin, Sarah Heisinger, and I missed somebody else there. Maybe it might have been Cece Scott that came on the far right side. Just stepped a few yards onto the field. Why I missed her. I think she's playing in the right back position. So the seniors get a round of applause for coming off after a good 25 minutes of work there and building a 4-0 lead here for the Lady Indians. I'm sure we'll see them back to start the second half.
I think that's Hannah Stuck still out there. At least one senior.
Well, hopefully we see Hannah Pirosh back. I'd like to see her get a goal for how hard she worked the first 25 minutes and the opportunity she created.
She certainly earned it. I think Raber's back on as well, another senior. That's Marvin with a nice step around and a really nice ball to Casey Breyer.
And she's on.
Breyer, kick save by Brashear's keeper. They're Stuck. Looking. She's attracted a crowd for sure.
4 players from Brashear. She gets out of that. Gets Delano on the ball there, and she goes wide to Offerman, who finds Hannah in the middle. Good ball there by Tamia. And looking for a runner on the near post, but the Brashear keeper cleans that up.
And the Brashear keeper is Caitlin Widman. Caitlin Widman. I think it's Widman. Certainly probably leads the league in saves, I would guess.
I would bet.
That's a nice ball through to Hannah. She puts it away.
5-0 Lady Indians now. 12 minutes still to go in the first half.
Nice ball through to Hannah. I didn't catch who. Was that Jillian Marvin that came from, John?
Well, it was Marvin there in the middle who slid her through. As you mentioned before, a lot of space in the middle. We went from center back to center mid to center forward. Just a lot of space up the middle channel there.
We've still got 12 minutes to go here in the first half at Peters Township.
Brashear with the kickoff.
The second place Peters Township Indians, which, John, that's the first time this year we've had to say that. after the loss to St. Clair on Monday, and Moon with the win moved ahead of the Indians. Of course, those two will meet here coming up at Moon, and the Indians can certainly turn that situation around.
Yep. Moon still has to play St. Clair again, I believe. So
That's right.
so St. Clair could still be in the mix here, I assume, to win the section, although I think they have a loss to Canamac, Peters, and Moon. So I think they have 3 losses.
They do.
So
They
I might
have
be wrong
3
with
losses, but I think anybody's still in it, but they are certainly on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
It's a nice ball by Jillian Marvin to cut it back.
I think it's Rachel Raber on the right. And she
It's
finds
a great
Hannah.
cross. And nice goal. Couple nice balls there. Hannah Stuck finishes with her second to the game.
Yeah, so Monday will, although each team, Moon and Peters, will have a few tough games remaining on their schedule. Peters will still have Canamac, I guess, in terms of challenging games. Not to overlook Baldwin, but Moon will still have St. Clair as well, and almost becomes a section championship game on Monday night. Certainly, the winner will be in a very strong position.
Yeah, for sure. Canamac is a team that can certainly beat anybody. They took the Indians to double overtime, and it was really a very good game, very even game. Both teams had some chances that they didn't finish. So, that one can certainly go any which way. So the Indians will have to be on their game for that, which will be here at Peters High School.
Yeah, I mentioned before some of the other teams in the section not to overlook that could impact the race. I think St. Clair's at Bethel Park this evening, so Bethel could, they could certainly help them get St. Clair out of the mix, I guess, for the Lady Indians if they were able to steal a point or even 3 points in tonight's match.
Yeah, absolutely. I would think a tie would be enough to do it. And it seems Bethel's a team that to me, John, they improved from the first half of the season to the second, at least judging from their performances against Peters.
Yeah, I thought they were very well organized last year. I was actually surprised the first game that they didn't play better against the Indians. I thought they were actually going to be, from the start of the season, a section competitor. But yeah, it took a little bit of time for them to round out the form, and I guess they're fighting for that last, the 4th playoff spot with, I guess that would be Canamac probably.
Right.
Well, while we're discussing the section race, Peter's knocking the ball around, connecting some passes. Starting to see some hands on the hips of some of the Brashear players. So
it is hard to chase, isn't it?
It is. They've only made a couple of substitutions as well.
Yeah, we've got another one waiting there, but you're right. Apparently don't go too deep on their bench.
Hey, you noted before, Brashear does talk. They're down 6-0, but there's still good communication.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the field. So.
Absolutely. They are a well-coached team. I don't think they don't have a team with the experience, at the travel or the cup level that Peters does. But they're a well-coached team, and they're trying to do the right things.
Guessing there might be some instruction here about how we might score, or look like Hannah gets in there again.
Looking for the hat trick. Doesn't happen. Good save.
A good play by the Brashear keeper to come off the line. We got some subs coming in for Peters. Hard to get all this. I think it's seniors coming back in, actually.
Yeah, it looked like Pirash.
Yeah.
Back on.
Gentile.
Trapanato.
I think Nicolette Gill went back to right back there. So, all right, I was mistaken. I thought the seniors would be back start the second half, but it's their night. Give them their time. Gentile goes wide to, I believe that's Raber. She cuts in across the back post
That's Gentile.
with the header.
Heads that one home. Her second goal of the season on a very nice cross from Raber.
I don't know if that's the instruction now coming in from the bench to score off of crosses. Usually, coaches try to challenge the team a little bit here. They've had a fairly easy way getting through the Brashear back line here, so perhaps encouraging some finishing off of crosses.
Can hear the Brashear players encouraging each other after that goal. Good leadership.
Chloe Trapanano carries the ball. Hannah Pirosh knocks it back out wide to her, and she makes a run inside. Good pressure by the center back there again from Brashear, and keeper comes up with it. Another good punt.
There's Pirosh. She's got a crowd around her. Gentile with a nice ball there to find Stock.
Trapanato's in.
Oh.
Just off the.
Boy, the keeper got a hand on that.
I
and
thought
then
that
off
hit the outside of the post.
and
from
then
our
off
angle,
of the post.
but
Yeah.
she must have hit.
Yeah. She did get a hand on that, deflected, and so we've got a corner kick coming up.
A little over 5 minutes to go in the first half. I think I misspoke. I thought it was 7-0. It's 6-0.
At some point, the goals will stop being registered, and that may have happened, actually, John.
May have. And we get to a running clock as well on 7 goals as well.
I think 6 is the limit here locally at Peters Township High School.
I hadn't had a chance to take a look at Brashear's scores to date. I don't know if they've gotten a goal themselves yet. I'm sure it's probably been tough in section.
There's Pirosh.
She
And
can't-
again,
She can't catch a break.
keeper gets a hand on that again. Couple good saves there, John. Couple goal-saving saves.
Well, if you look at stats, you probably won't get recognized in this section. But if there's an all-section player on the Brashear team, it's between her and a center back. They
Absolutely.
both can only do so much as a player, and they've played well here in the first half. Good cross.
Off the football goalpost, apparently. Out for a goal kick for Brashear.
Chloe Trapanado, a shot is blocked. Brashear will come down with possession. And they get forward here.
That's Delino playing center back. Nice ball by Gentile.
That's stuck on the ball right now. Finds Gentile. Back inside. Trapanado.
It's just over.
Good
Just
little layoff
over.
there by Pirosh to.
I think I misidentified Emma Cantwell there, John, as Mia Gentile at first. You can certainly correct me.
Maybe I should pay closer attention. Yeah, I think she checked out of the game a few minutes ago when the seniors came back in. They may have they may have replaced each other, actually.
I guess we'll never know. Here's Abby Newpaver playing back to Sawich.
Mia Gentile checks into the midfield, collects the ball. Back to
just
Gentile.
a lot of room to check into in the center mid there, isn't there, John?
Yeah, lots of pockets here. Hannah looking for Rachel there. Just a little hesitation, and Rachel continued to run, and she was offsides. We're going to have to get Paul Garlett some ice in the second half for his shoulder. He's had to lift that arm a number of times.
He's going to be evaluated for rotator cuff surgery. Having watched a lot of youth basketball, John, this is not sure when you have more jump balls in a young girl's basketball game or offsides calls in this game. But
I'm sure. I never know as an official if this is a type of game that you enjoy being part of or not. Probably tough to stay probably is tough for them to stay mentally checked into a game as well when the score is lopsided.
Yeah, I think I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. Probably as tough for them as it is for us. A nice cross.
Oh, another great save by the Brashear
good
keeper.
Head there. I think, is that Chloe Trapanado? Point blank. She got a lot on it, but keeper with a reaction save there. And it might have been self-defense.
Yeah, easy to say if it wasn't for the Brashear keeper. This game is we're double-digit score on another.
Yeah, as the referee gets his second touch of the night.
Yeah.
Both pretty good touches.
Actually, I think it's the other official now. So I think Paul Garlitz needs to get his touch here in the second half. We'll see if
I'm sure he will.
Now, to be fair, their uniform's not that different than Brashear.
You do have a point there.
Hannah Pirosh plays it wide. Ball played inside to Chloe. Laid back to New Paver. Inside. Another save by the Brashear keeper.
Wow, I actually thought that went in. She hit that wide.
Yeah.
A really good save. I mean, these are diving saves she's making. So that takes us to the half, John. The score is either 6 or 7-0. It's 6 on the scoreboard. Might be 7 in favor of the Indians, but pretty much what we expected, I think, from the first half. A lot of play for the seniors. A lot of moving around and spreading out the scoring.
Yeah, we just need to see what the second half brings. We get back into a lineup that will look like what we'll put out there against Mount Lebanon on Saturday. So we'll find out here in about 10 minutes of how the Indians attack the second half here. Well, we'll be back shortly. All right, well, welcome back for the second half here. We're Lady Indians here with the kickoff. Starts second half.
And John looks like gets some new blood in the back. Looks like Audrey Zierden, Emma Cantwell, and Riley Lopez across the back. And then I think we have seniors in the midfield and up top.
Yeah, we'll be pretty critical of 2/3 of the back line here probably to start.
I'm sure we will be overly critical of them.
All right, I'm predicting a Hannah Pirosh goal here in the second half.
I'm not going to take that bet because I believe you're right. Looks like Raber carrying forward.
Gets through here. Will she get a service off? I'm sure the girls were given some instructions at halftime of something in particular, maybe a number of passes, maybe finishing off a cross.
I think that's probably right.
I think we'll still play, but it's
nice,
a good ball by Chloe in there.
Chloe to Nicolette Gill. Nico looking for the cross. A nice ball and a goal.
A goal by Hannah Pirosh.
Hannah Pirosh. Well, it didn't take long, but John, when you know soccer like you and I,
we just saw it coming. Well, she's been in and around the goal the entire evening while she's been in. So.
Absolutely. Sometimes you gotta finish with your head. And great cross by Nicolette. Good ball by Chloe Trapanado, and Hannah Pirosh heads that one home.
Well, round of applause from the stands and from the bench. So I think wasn't just the two of us rooting for her to get a goal.
No, absolutely not. But a well-deserved goal for sure. Emma Burrows into goal for the Indians. Very nice ball there to Nicolette Gill.
She
Goes inside to Chloe Trapanata, who carries the ball down the right side. Cuts it back inside and
Pirash.
Pirash.
Stuck, looks through.
Trapanato's in and
Over the left or the right shoulder. New goalie for Brashear. She's sort of getting a cold welcome. 2 goals by 2 of the Peters seniors, and I think we're going to see some seniors coming off here, John.
I think we might see all the seniors coming off. It looks like we have 7 players up and 7 coming off. So that might be it for the seniors this evening.
It could be it. It could be it. New players on for the Indians. There's Matty Bush. We'll get the others here. John, as these seniors go off, it's certainly a senior class that has accomplished a lot for Peters Township. Great year last year. Just coming up heartbreakingly short in the Whippeal final and then in the PIAA semifinals, but certainly a great season by anybody's measure.
Yeah, only one team can win the Whippeal and one team can win the States. It sometimes gets lost when you're in the thick of it, and it feels so painful. But, yeah, you're right. It's a good perspective to have that, great accomplishment by the team. And hopefully they'll have a chance at it again this year. It's nothing's guaranteed, even though they have just as much talent back, if not more here.
Yeah, you'd have to think that the Indians have a good chance to be right in the mix of it for sure.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the postseason sometimes is about one bounce, one finish.
We certainly saw that last year, I think.
Or even one call, right? And that's
absolutely.
Not to take a shot at the officials by any means, but sometimes they make a call or don't make a call, and that can change your season. You hate to think that way, but it's just the reality of it.
That's for sure. That's for sure. As a coach at South Park, I'm sure you've been on both sides of those. Certainly as a player, we all have.
And sometimes it comes down to I don't remember the last time it came down to it for the Indians, but a penalty shootout as well, right? Which it's not really the game in itself, even as a coach, I'll say, but
that's right.
It's how you end the game, so you have to be prepared. So sometimes the season ends with the team that's not as strong moving on because they were better from 5 kicks from the mark than the other team. So that stings as well.
It's an unfair way to lose. Peters boys, had come out on the wrong end of a shootout 2 years ago. I guess this will be 3 years ago now, in the state semifinals, and a game they certainly could have won, but they lost after kicks from the mark after time. There's a cross by Lindsay Forrester. Forrester plays Abby Newpaver, so we've got some new looks here. Ava Sendrowski looking to swing it over to Lopez. Intercepted. Sendrowski gets it right back. Plays Cantwell. And here's Audrey Zierden. Carrying forward here, the junior. Puts a nice pace on that ball to Forrester.
Got some runners in. That's a good cross.
A nice cross by Lindsay. I think that's Ashley Mascaro. Back to Lopez. Gives it away. As you said, John.
Yeah, we got a 2-on-5 here for Brashear. Looks like we have it covered.
And Cantwell leaves that for Emma Burrows.
And gets it back here. Indians will build out of the back.
Peter certainly has the benefit of having 2 very good goalkeepers, John. Emma Sawich and Emma Burrows both play at a high level in Cup, and 2 very, very good goalies. Luxury not many teams have, that's for sure.
Another thing that's very important in the postseason, right? You can keep her banged up, even if just for a couple minutes, right? A couple minutes can change the game if your keeper has to come out. And you're right. We're fortunate we got 2 that can play at a high level. So.
And a corner kick for the Indians here.
Really, just the story with this team. It has an embarrassing amount of depth.
Yeah, they really do. Peters, with the benefit of the youth program, as Riley Lopez has taken a corner kick here, a really successful travel program. That one hits off of the football crossbar, looks like.
Yeah, I was thinking of that when the seniors come off, and we kind of roll another 11 on. For Brashear, I guess the optics of it, you think, oh, all right, we're going to get a break. But as you can see, the game has still remained. Their end, and Peters has continued to keep possession. So
not much of a break, is there?
No, and in fact, you get players that come on the field who maybe haven't scored a goal and looking to score a goal to impress the coaching staff. So sometimes it's even more pressure than the first group provides.
That's right.
Some good possession here by the Indians, and good job working the ball from left to right here.
Forrester tries an early cross, but that's eaten up by the center back for Brashear.
Got a Peters throw in here. Maddie Bush on the throw, back to Audrey Zierden. Lots of space there in the middle still.
Irene Delino. Brashear intercepts that pass. Sandrowski.
Zierden with a good one-time ball there to find New Paver. Good space on the outside here again. Good.
Forrester with the cross again, just past the far post. So, John, looks like the Indians do have some sort of goal here that they've got to accomplish before they score again. Do you think it's a ball out of the air on a cross? Do you think it's as specific as it's got to be a head ball?
Well, it definitely appears to be a cross, and it looks like there might be some type of pass restriction, but again, this to me looks positive, in that I like what they're doing from a build-up and switching the ball from left to right, getting the ball wide. I mean, that's what you got to do against better teams. You got to stay out of the middle channel. So even if they could have some success up the middle against Brashear, it's good to see they're being forced to at least appears to get wide.
Zierden plays it across to Cantwell. She gets pressured a little bit. Back to Zierden. She finds Ava Sandrowski in the middle there. Brashear wins that. Back to Zierden. Almost 10 minutes into the second half here. And here's Burrows, and we've got a ball boy on the field there. I guess you get bored when you're the ball boy in the Peters end of these games. So apparently doing a little extra down there.
Again,
ball goes all the way across to Forrester. Here comes Maddie Bush on an overlap. That'll be offsides there. Yeah. Center back doing that herself there, John. She saw the situation and stepped and got the offsides call there. Very smart player.
Yeah, another way to beat that there. I think it was New Paver on the run. Just keep yourself even with the defender that you see. Then you can't be off and don't have to worry about trusting anything behind. But given the score, it's probably just as well we're offsides.
A nice play by Mascaro there to knock it out to Forrester. Indians take it back. Zierden's going to win this. Plays Abby New Paver. New Paver's going to look for Forrester. She is onside. We'll see if we get the cross here.
Center back, Brashear wins that. I think we're going to knock it out for a corner.
Another corner here. Lopez will take it again. Maddie Bush and Emma Cantwell coming up, looking for a goal-scoring opportunity. And Emma Cantwell holding the fort down in the back. A good ball by Riley. Keeper makes a nice save.
Ball's popped back in. And just
think it was Delino maybe trying to get ahead on that. Not a bad effort from a really difficult situation.
Well, we got about 28 minutes to go here in the second half. Ball played out wide. I think we're on another service here.
Cleared away. John, typically the Peters Brashear game is not one of our higher rated telecasts. Certainly not at the St. Clair or the Moon level.
Well, it should be. A lot of families can watch their kids play.
That's
Might have
do
a
have
foul
a point
there.
there.
Just
Forrester tripped up, and she is going to get called for being tripped. Again, one of those calls that you'd probably only see in this game. No.
I don't.
And,
Seems to be some confusion. I actually
Peters-
think it is a Peters kick.
Peters is going to get this. Riley Lopez comes over to take it. So she's going to look to connect to somebody's head on the back post, I would hope.
Certainly have numbers. I only see 7 marks for Brashear because I got 2 out in the wall. So we should have someone open here.
Yeah, Peters' runners broke a little early, and now here we go.
Nice ball served in.
Oh, good ball over there by Riley. It's knocked down. Cleared back by Peters, but intercepted by Brashear, and Zierden wins that and takes it back to Burrows. Both Peters keepers, John, very, very competent, very comfortable with the ball at their feet, which is a big advantage at any time.
Yeah, I actually think we don't use them enough in other games. I think we settle for sometimes knocking the ball out or turning and kind of blindly playing a ball up the field. Given their skill level with their feet, we should, go back 20 years, use this term. They should be used as a sweeper. Just play the ball back to them, given their skill level. Just play it outside the post, so in case anything crazy does happen, and worst case it is a goal kick, but
I've got a couple years on you, John, having graduated from Peters Township in 1988. And when I played in high school, you were able to pass the ball back to your goalkeeper, and they could pick it up with their hands and punt it back out. And it made for a very boring game at times. So that's a rule that was changed all across soccer by FIFA.
right.
There are times when the WIPIL or the PIAA will make some of their own rules, as we've seen here, and some of them may not really make much sense to anybody who's a rational soccer mind.
Yeah, I think we're watching one here tonight, the 3-whistle system. The only place in the world you can watch the 3-whistle system is here in the PIAA. So, a reason for people to come out to the games and see this. It's like a dinosaur.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, the PIAA would know soccer better than the governing body in the world, FIFA. So,
yeah, I remember Brashear here breaking out.
with some speed here shown by Brashear, and this is a player we haven't talked about, number 4, but nice probing run there. Riley Lopez gets back and intercepts it momentarily. Brashear wins it back, and now Peters wins.
Yeah.
Nice little effort by Ashley Mino for Brashear, who's kind of shown good pace up there, John.
Yeah, it's just just can't get her the ball enough if you're Brashear.
Yeah. Again, if Brashear had maybe some more players around these couple of players, we could really do something. Lopez looks to drive it in, find somebody's head there.
About
but
50 yards between the back line and the midfield right now, so you can see why that space existed in the middle. Speaking of rules that were made up, there was a brief period where the WIPIL decided to experiment with no offsides in the early 90s. Another
I do remember
wonderful
that.
experiment where teams would just sit a player inside the other team's 6-yard box. So sometimes there was a handshake agreement not to do that, and there were other teams that would just park a player. They actually got rid of the rule midway through the season after it had impacted playoff berths and everything like that.
Yeah,
so.
that was a dark chapter for sure. This year we were introduced to which rarely happens, but a drop ball where one team can have multiple players attempt to win the drop ball. So we saw that in the overtime against Cannon McMillan, actually. And I think to a lot of people's surprise and disgust, we saw 3 Cannon Mac girls trying to win that drop ball. Just not a soccer play, John. Here's Lindsay.
I know we pick on the PIAA. Some of this does start at the National Federation. They even giving them the option to do some of this. Like they could solve the problem at the national level, and they're always experimenting stuff. I had the opportunity to vote on some rules last year. This year we have the stoppage of the clock with substitutions under 5 minutes. That was one proposal. There was actually a discussion about extending the games 5 minutes at the end to try to offset.
Adding on.
So playing a 45-minute second half to account for those late substitutions where they feel coaches are time wasting. In fact, that kind of burned Peters last year in the state semis. The referees out at Shippensburg thought we were wasting the clock, and we're stopping the clock when we were making substitutions. And sure enough, 10 seconds ago, Conestoga, correct me if I have the right team, scored the goal. And you could argue if they hadn't stopped the clock for those substitutions, the game would have ran out.
Yeah, and there's some question whether they really should have had that discretion to do that.
That's right. Yeah, I've always been of the big belief if you don't want to be subbed again, you don't want that to happen to you at the end of the game, then have the lead. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
If you don't want that to happen to you, you've had 75 minutes or 70 minutes up until that point to score more goals than the other team. So.
Absolutely. If everybody knows the rules going in, then that's just that's what you have to deal with.
But again, some of this experimentation of the WPIL. I mean, a few years ago it was the yellow card rule that you decided players had to sit for 5 minutes if they got a yellow card. So then referees stopped giving yellow cards, and we patted ourselves on the back that we cleaned up the game. So,
and John, is that rule still in effect?
It is still in effect. You
You
still have to take a timeout and go sit in the penalty box.
Yep, which is absurd.
Yeah. Watched the game last night on the boys' level. Boy had a foul. I didn't think it was egregious. Teams trailing in the game with 6 minutes to go, and the best player had to come off for 5 of the final 6 minutes. Certainly didn't. I'm not even sure it was a yellow card, and even if it was, to think that team had to then finish the game with their best player sitting on the bench for essentially a rule that doesn't exist in the game. I think the ball is still in here.
I don't know if it's going out, John. Referee just blew his whistle before it did go out, as we do have some subs waiting.
But a couple of Peters subs here. I think everyone's going to get a run here this evening for Peters, as they should. You're going to find some opportunities for everyone to get some playing time under the lights. These girls will be on the varsity team, if not next year, the year after. So never too early to get their taste of varsity soccer.
No, for sure. That's Bliss Plummer, freshman. Ball played into her. It's going to go off her foot for a goal kick. I do have to say, John, the stopping the clock for subs inside the last 5 minutes is something that I do think has helped. I think that has improved the game. So you don't see the march of players from the opposite side of the field leaving the field and bleeding the clock. In real soccer, international soccer, or whatever you have it, that kind of situation can be avoided by the referee having the discretion to add injury time. Which you'll see. Here they don't have that discretion. They have to actually have the clock stopped by the scoreboard operator. So I am in favor of that. How do you have another view of that as a coach that has to deal with that actually?
Yeah. I that's a good cross there. Peters doesn't get on it. I mean, my feeling is, if you don't want it to happen to you, then take the lead. I think what we have now, though, is you kind of have the opposite happening. Tried to make some subs in a game recently in the last 5 minutes and was given a hard time by the official about making subs, and all I'm trying to do is very similar to what we're seeing here tonight, getting some girls on the field for the first time, and I'm being given a hard time for trying to make a sub in the last 5 minutes. I had no problem with the clock stopping. I just wanted those kids to get an opportunity, and then they take offense to that. So you just can't win.
I mean, in fairness, they may have had somewhere they wanted to be.
That's true. Well, knowing the Whippeals, they probably had 2 more games to go do that evening. So, yeah, there's definitely a shortage of referees still in the WPIL. So a lot of them are – some of the officials on tonight's game may have already done an afternoon game.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Actually, speaking with Mr. Garlitz, he was at Couple Stadium doing the it was the Trinity Obama game today. So, point taken.
Yeah, I can only imagine how many they do on a Saturday. They probably could do them all day if they want to.
Yeah, as long as the fitness allows.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the not sure why in high school athletics right now, you're seeing a lot fewer JV games. So I think the number of games they're having to do is actually reducing, though. Even though the number of officials, the pool of officials is shrinking, the games are a lot of the lower classifications. Maybe not seeing that so much in Quad A here, where Peters, both boys and girls participate. But I think you're definitely seeing it in double and single A teams are having trouble filling junior varsity teams out. Oh, it's a great header by. I'm not sure we'll have to get the number here, but
I think that's Isabel Laguna that played that ball across. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
Yeah, I definitely think that was Isabella on the service, which was a great cross.
We're trying to figure out who scored that goal. It was a great head ball, whoever it was. In all likelihood, their first varsity goal.
Well, I guess we'll find out if anyone watches this game, because they'll correct us maybe when they see us next and tell us that was their daughter that scored. That we didn't get some love to. We'll catch that in the next broadcast, hopefully. But that was a great header. I mean, talk about exactly what you want to do.
Yeah,
finish that ball back to the near post where it came from.
It was
might have been the nicest goal of the evening.
It may have. Good driven ball across on the corner kick. Here's Bliss Plummer taking the ball from Guna.
Good near post run there. I thought we were going to find it.
I think the Peters player was hesitant to take that cross with her feet, lending to our theory that maybe they're supposed to be scoring with their head here. Plummer takes that ball from the defender, and then the defender wins it back briefly, and Plummer wins that battle, drives it to the keeper, and the second half keeper for Brashear showing some good hands there.
Township goal was by number 11, Hannah Clark.
Oh, Hannah Clark with the goal.
Well, Hannah, sorry we didn't catch that initially, but great finish.
An excellent first goal, no question, John. There's Burrows.
The game has definitely slowed down here, I think. Brashear has defended as hard as they could here for 65 minutes.
Yep.
This is tough both physically and mentally for them. I give them a lot of credit for how long they did fight in this game. And
there's no question. And now we've got some more subs for Brashear, including another goalie coming on. I think the score is 9-0 Peters here. Just under 14 minutes left in the game. And, again, John, I think Peters should be commended for the sportsmanship that they show, in this game, in these games. Certainly these kind of games can be, a little difficult to be on either side of. But Peters certainly playing respectfully. playing good soccer, but being very respectful of their opponents. And I think everybody. Bottom line is everybody on both teams is having a good time out there.
Yeah, the Brashear team has stayed very vocal, very positive with one another.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's number 4 really working hard again, pressuring up top. Here's Isabel Guna with a nice cross, far post. Bliss Plummer with the head ball, but the third Brashear goalkeeper in good position to make that save.
Punts it out and get the ball girl involved here. Got some subs.
These ball girls have gotten a good workout, even though they might be creating work for themselves, frankly. They've definitely.
They have stayed juggling. They've stayed juggling here most of the.
They certainly have. They've improved on their skills. I don't think there's any question about that as this game has gone on. Here's Sandrowski looking to cross.
Ball across.
Little trouble there. Brashear keeper didn't think she could pick that up.
Brashear back defender and keeper had a discussion as the ball was still rolling across the end line, and then they realized it.
Yeah, they talked it through and decided that number 6 would take that. So
great composure.
It worked out. Tremendous composure.
Yeah, most teams would have panicked there.
Absolutely. One by Brashear. There's Lopez. Finds number 38, and I will have to get a name for number 38 from Peters. Playing in the center midfield.
Peters keeping possession here as they swing it across the back line. Ball goes back to Burrows. Knocks ball forward. Still a lot of space here in the midfield, but Brashear regains possession. Peters certainly keeping the ball wide here in the second half. Ball back to Isabel Aguna as she drives down the right side, hits another cross. And just unlucky for Peters. The ball falls right into the goalie. Yeah. But doing a good job getting down the right side here in the second half.
And I got 38 wins the ball there. That's Abby Ocorn winning that ball, number 38. Out to Guna. She's looking for the cross again.
We got a goal kick here for Brashear.
Looks like Bella Sprigel up top.
We got a keeper change here.
Yeah, Burrows out, and that looks like Lauren Sarniak into the game.
We got both Sarniaks on the field, I believe, here. I believe that's Taylor playing on the left forward position. So a good family moment here. Got them both on the field here in a varsity game.
Absolutely.
One responsible for saving goals, the other responsible for scoring them. As on cue there, Taylor serves the ball into the middle. It's gathered up by the Brashear keeper.
Yeah, showing some good hands. Brashear keeper, third keeper. They are well stocked at keeper, John. Both teams are.
Yeah, it feels like sure they get a lot of unfortunately for them, they get a lot of practice in games.
They do.
Defending.
They do. I think they're ranked 1, 2, and 3 in the section in the number of saves each. Unofficially. That's O'Corn on the ball. And
there's the Brashear
workhorse
forward.
For Brashear there, number 4. Nice play by Ava Sandrowski to dispossess her of the ball. I think Ava's looking for a cross. Cuts behind the defender and tries to play it. I believe that's Bella Brusdowitz. Back to O'Corn.
Ball goes out of play.
And
for
ball
Brashear
goes
there.
out as the outside back over there was looking to get forward.
All right, I got
A couple more subs. Looks like Newpaver back in the game. Zierden back in the game. Apologize, I can't catch the other number.
I think Matty Bush returned into the game at the left back position. I do think there were 4 subs, so I think we're missing one. Catch that maybe as the game goes here.
And again, for the listeners out there who are looking for some part-time work of the volunteer fashion, we could use a spotter for these games, somebody to tell us the numbers of the players.
I'm surprised we haven't been given a script about these meat tickets. We should be.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
I would maybe every couple minutes, or like a good radio ad, a jingle. Maybe we could sing it about these meat tickets.
And John, we have no idea what's in the snack shop, the concession stand for tonight.
Yeah, really poor. Good guess is probably mac and cheese, buffalo chicken.
Completely uninformed about that, though. Probably could have helped the sales.
Yeah. And no one brought us anything either.
That is also true. It's my understanding that a lot of times announcers are fed. Right. It's not the case here at Peters Township.
Maybe people watching this game, they'll recognize the next time we're on. You know, we both have kids that are in the program for a number of years. I'm sure no one's going to take the spot from us. So,
well, and I think at least in my current situation, I don't think I strike anybody as someone who can't afford to miss a meal or two. So, might be more wishful thinking on my part.
Well, we'll get the script for the meat ticket. I think there's still meat tickets. I think you get several tons of beef and then a cash payout.
Essentially, you get a cow and a pig and money to buy a freezer.
Yeah.
All for $5.
Yeah.
Really is a tremendous fundraiser. There's Newpaver going to work on the wing and a nice cross. Again, I think we're only heading these balls. So some of these crosses are very good crosses under the circumstances here. They're not going to be finished when they otherwise might be.
Yeah, and I would not head some of these crosses either, so I actually don't blame some of these girls just letting some of them go. 'Cause some of them have been drilled in there that would be good for a volley or even on the floor, but
no, in a 9-0 game or whatever we have here, it's optional. There's no question it's optional.
Yeah, not scoring is okay in a situation like this. No need to feel like we're rubbing the score in against Brashear.
For sure. Good battle over there. We are nearing the 5-minute mark.
We got some subs for Brashear. We got a goalie change for Peters.
Rachel Hardy replaces Sarniak. So, John, this could be a first. 4 goalkeepers seeing time in the varsity game here for the Indians. It could be. I mean, nobody would ever know.
We'll say it is. Someone can challenge us. Someone can fact check us. We'll say it's a goal kick here for Brashear. It's gotten quiet. The stands have thinned out here as this game has gone on as well. Although we have Senior Rec celebration here tonight, so we might be.
They have. I understand there are further festivities here for the Peters team. They've got some nice traditions that they do here to recognize the seniors and.
Brashear is in
to spend some time.
Great play by our goalkeeper.
Yeah, Rachel Hardy with the toughest save of the night for any Indian keeper, that's for certain.
A good little combination play there by Brashear to get in.
It was. Here's Newpaver.
I think we got a corner. Like a player you're familiar with coming over to take the corner.
Yeah, this is the one that lives in my house.
Well, I'm rooting for you, Riley. I hope it's a good service here. Or you'll have to watch this game. It is a good service. That's a
It's
goal.
a great goal there. I believe that's Abby Newpaver getting on the other end of the Riley Lopez cross.
Yeah, going over to give some love to the server, as she should. That ball was placed perfectly. Right, just right on the back post there, right inside the 6.
Yeah, good driven ball.
Peters Township goal by number 28, Abby Newpaver.
Hopefully the coaching staff taking note of that. Maybe Riley could be a secret weapon here off the bench for some service. She hit a couple of good crosses, corners here in the second half.
Yeah, that is something that she works on. I think the Indians have a lot of girls that have done really well with that this year.
Doesn't feel like we've gotten on as many set pieces as the team this year. I think maybe we were spoiled the last couple of years with Regan Lavinia, who was so good in the air, both
I think
serving balls, and if she wasn't serving, she was getting on them.
I think that's right. I mean, talk about somebody who was just absolutely fearless at, going after balls with her head.
I haven't watched closely. I mean, Hannah Stock's obviously very good in the air as well, but perhaps maybe it's a little bit easier to defend us now, given, with Regan gone and Hannah being the main threat. To look over the next couple of games, see how teams are defending. But felt like we were good for a set-piece goal a game last year. Sometimes it was our only goal a game.
Yeah, no, certainly. It absolutely was. And, having a player like Regan move on and move into Division I college ranks, that's just somebody you're not going to be able to replace. And she certainly had a unique skill set. This is Zierden coming forward.
I would say she had at least 3 goals at times that I couldn't believe she had taken the shot from that angle. And we were reporting them as goals. So not only was it unbelievable, the angle and where she was on the field, but the fact that she had put a ball. She was just so strong. But set pieces will become important here over the next couple of weeks. I would say as the weather gets colder, but it might not. But at least as we get into the postseason, set pieces sometimes make a difference between moving on and collecting uniforms.
Absolutely, they do. Just so many goals scored on set pieces. And with Moon right now sitting atop the section, that is one thing that Moon does exceptionally well. As we saw here in the tie game earlier with Peters, they have several girls that can really get up and get after balls in the air.
Sure do. Yeah, it was a difference in the game, I thought, when Moon was here. It won almost every ball in the air.
Yeah,
it was impressive.
Yeah. And last year when Moon beat the Indians in the first game by a 2-1 score, the 2 goals were directly off of corner kicks. So that, is obviously something that is very dangerous.
7.
And we'll look forward to that battle as we wrap this one up here from Peters on senior night. Peters with the 10-0 win, we'll call it, John.
I think that was the final.
Over Brashear. Good effort. A lot of girls getting on the score sheet, which we certainly like to see, and a lot of the seniors making it a special senior night.
Sure was. So the Lady Indians will be back at it this Saturday in section play against Mount Lebanon. So hopefully everyone can come out and cheer them on. So good night to everyone. Al, thanks for...
Thanks, John. Always a pleasure. Good night from Peters Township High School.